Hello, my friends. Welcome to another episode of Stephanie's Stamp Pad, where we get together and make a card. Today's card, we're focusing on the inside. So this is the front because you can decorate that yourself, but this is the inside, and it says, "Thank you very much." Isn't that adorable? And it has a lot of fun things with it. Now, let's look at it together. So the first thing we're going to use is we are going to use the Framelits 3D Drop-Ins flower. We're also going to use the More Strawberries to Stamp by the Stamps of Life and the coordinating dies. And then we're going to use the Pattern Paper Pad Celebrate collection. And lots of cardstock. So the first thing we're going to do is we want to die cut our base. Now I already have just my card in midnight color, and now I'm going to work on the inside. So here I have my frame die, and I'm going to look at this and I'm going to say, yep, that adds up. So we're just going to trim this paper down, this cardstock. This is the Ginger Snap. Ginger Snap, I said. Ginger Snap. We're going to lay that down. We're going to lay this down a little tiny bit at an angle. And then, because we don't want any speed bumps, I'm going to take this drop-in die that's a flower and lay that right down on the inside. Then I'm going to get my cutting pads. Let's use a longer one. It's just a little easier on these bigger ones. And we're going to run that through. Now we have some more die cutting that we're going to do. While that's running through, we're going to also die cut in just a minute these flowers. And we're also going to die cut some leaves that I haven't gotten out yet. Okay, so there's that part. So we'll peel that up. Now that flower is not going to really die cut completely. So whenever I teach classes, people always kind of go, whoa, it still stayed in there. Well, it's supposed to stay in there, so that's good. You want the flower to stay in your card, okay? So then what we're going to do is we're going to die cut those yellow flowers. And there's also some leaves in here we're going to die cut. Let's see if we can find those quickly. So there's one that's going to be on this one, and I already have another one cut out, so you're going to want to do two of those, but I already have an extra here. And then we are going to die cut the Shadow of Love. So there's that comes in the die set. And also, you know what? We're going to add adhesive to the back of this. So let's add some Sizzix adhesive to some of these. We're going to add Sizzix adhesive to this white one. Let's add it to this green one because we don't want to waste any of this. And let's add it to this green one. Right there. And what else are we cutting out? White, yellow, we got our light yellow. We can add that, okay. Let's do some of our red. Might as well, right? So let's add some red right there. And, black. Oh gosh, we really need it on the black. So let's add that one right there. That looks really silly, doesn't it? But it makes a lot of sense to me. So now I'm gonna just tear this apart. See how I'm doing this? So now I know this white is fully covered. I know this green apple is fully covered, so we're going to do that. So we have our green leaf there. And our white is going to have this cute little starburst. All comes in that one card kit. And the love. And then the black just has a little tiny bit of adhesive on it, which was not good in my planning here. But let's peel this up. So this green is perfect for the leaves, so let's get our leaves out. Not leaves, sorry. They look like leaves. They're actually the top of the strawberries. So we're gonna get that out. Add that right there and fold that over because you don't want any stickies on your cutting pads. So we're gonna do that. And then the red is actually gonna be for a couple minutes, so we're just gonna leave that off to the side. I'm just peeling that up, but I want a little bit more black. So we're just going to add adhesive. Look, I don't waste any of this stuff. I make sure I use all of it. So I'm going to put my love die. Did I get the love die out? I thought I did. Half the time I spend just looking for stuff. And I'm sure you do too, because that's just kind of our lives, isn't it? Just always looking for stuff. And I know I got the love out because I saw it earlier. Okay, well, we'll wait in just a second because it'll show up. If not, we can use that one. Okay, so let's run all of this through. And let's move those over so we don't have to use a big cutting pad. There we go. Run all of those through. I can't believe I lost that love already. Not in there, not on that side. I had it earlier. I really did. Okay, So let's pull this off to the side, and we have one of those, and we need two, so I already have two cut out. So you're gonna cut out two of those. And we need our flowers, so there's one flower. And let's get we can use this. Get that flower out. And we have our love and our cute little starburst. And I prefer a paper piercer. Okay, poke that guy out. So look at all these fun pieces. Then we have the word love, and we have one leaf here, and I have another leaf over there that we've already cut out. So you're gonna cut out two leaves, okay? There's one, and here's another one. Now, we also want to do some stamping. So let's move all that off to the side for now and do some stamping. Now I have a lot of adhesive over here, so I'm gonna try to focus my stamping over here, I guess. It doesn't really matter, but we are going to stamp. See here, let's look at our example again. We're gonna stamp two strawberry dots. So we're gonna stamp it. Let's open it up, and we're gonna use cranberry. Cranberry or strawberry? Let's use cranberry. I believe we originally used cranberry. Okay, and we're gonna get this guy out, lay this there, ink him up, and stamp once. Ink him up again, stamp again. Ooh, those look like yummy strawberries. So now we're gonna die cut those. So let's get our dies out. It's just this big one right here. And I'm just gonna die cut one because I already have another one die cut, but I want you to see this die cut. So we're gonna line that up. Of course, I'm using my magnetic platform so it doesn't go anywhere. We don't want it to go anywhere once we lay it down. And we'll just use a little cutting pad because that'll save us some time. I already have another one cut out. Then we're gonna do some inking. We're gonna ink our yellow flowers. So now I have that cute little strawberry cut out. See, oh, so this is cranberry, this is strawberry. So you could use either color, depending on what color you have. So we'll use both. Now, let's do some inking. So I'm gonna get my little scratch paper here. We're gonna use this. This is lemonade, and let's ink these. So we need lemonade, green apple, and let's do our leaves also, and that's, I'm sorry, this is kiwi and that's green apple. And what else are we, I think we're good after that. So let's get, this is the one of the few places that I really have organized in my life, which is nice. So there's lemonade, green apple is here, and kiwi is not that one. Kiwi is right here. Okay. Now, I like to use the smaller ink pads for this. Reason being is sometimes there's little fuzzies on here, and you don't want fuzz to get on your big ink pads, because if you do, then it's going to ruin your stamping. You're gonna get those little fuzzy marks on your stamping images, on your stamped images, and that's not gonna be good. You're not gonna like that because it's gonna mess up. So I like to use the smaller ones. So I'm adding that now, so that's the kiwi. Now let's do the green apple on the leaves. And you just start on the edge, and you can go as light or as dark as you want. That one's a little dark. Go a little less on this side. Okay, let's go less on this one. So it just adds a little extra definition, and it really kind of makes them pop more. Okay, and then wipe on your pants or your shirt. And then we're going to do lemonade. And just around the edges. I would have turned my scratch paper over, but it has the directions on the back, and I don't want you to have to read the directions. So this is my scratch paper. Okay, because I don't want to contaminate the inks over here. So let's add this. Okay, so now we got that. And then we're going to add, remember we added Sizzix adhesive already to the back of this little starburst. Oh, and my nails look horrible. Don't look at my nails. And we're going to peel that off and add that right to the front. Look at how much that just adds to that cute little flower. And then we're going to add adhesive to this flower. Don't do it on your secret weapon. You don't want ink, you don't want adhesive on your secret weapon. We're going to add that to this right here. And then we're going to add the green leaves to the back. So let's add adhesive to that. Oops, wrong side. Okay, so we'll add one there. And then we'll add, I actually added adhesive to the back to this one, but we don't need it, so we're just gonna leave it on there. So we're gonna add this one right there. Look how cute that is. Okay, now let's get our card and start putting this baby together. So we're gonna fold this on the score lines the dies created. We're gonna line up our corners. Don't focus too much on the center right now, just line up your corners. And then you're gonna give that a nice press. So flower is gonna be folded where it needs to be folded. So then what we're gonna do is we're gonna add it to our card base. You'll notice this is a little bit smaller than our card base on purpose. So it's a nice layering. So we're gonna add adhesive to one side, just one side of the brown, and we're gonna line that up in our card, right in the crease, and we're gonna lay down. It's a little crooked, let's lay it down right there, okay? Then what we're gonna do is we're gonna close this one, close the card, give it a nice press. Now we can add adhesive to this one. The reason why you wanna do that is you just wanna make sure that it really opens and closes well. Close it up and open it up, and there we have our flower pop-up. Then what we're gonna do is we're gonna add adhesive to half of our flower. Let me show you. If we added adhesive to our whole flower, it would be completely adhered to that brown and it would be folded in half. But on this one, we don't want it to be folded in half, we just want it to pop up. So see, you can kind of see how it's not connected all the way to that brown flower. So we're only gonna add adhesive to half of it. To make sure we don't add adhesive to the wrong spot, we're gonna add adhesive directly to this piece of the card. Make sure that stays popped up though. And then we're gonna add adhesive right there. Whoops, let's turn it this way. Right there, just to this side. Make sure I'm doing this right. Oh, we can layer it a little, okay. Right there. So now when I close it, I can open it. Isn't that cute? Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we're going to add our strawberries. And we're gonna add a little adhesive there and add a strawberry there. And we're gonna get our little green top. And I just added a little, that one doesn't have adhesive. I just added a little bit of ink to the back. Look how cute that is. I'm sorry, a little adhesive. I already added adhesive to the back. So this one is gonna go over in this corner. And of course, the little leaf part. I keep calling it a leaf. It does look like a leaf, but it's also the strawberry top. And then we are going to do the word love. So let's find the word love. Remember, I never found it. Isn't that odd? That's so crazy. So we're gonna use the one that was already cut out for me and it doesn't have adhesive on it. So we're just gonna add adhesive. This die comes in the card kit, so don't worry. So we're gonna fake that one. Add that there. And we're gonna add this right on top of our strawberry. Does that have adhesive? No, it doesn't. So overlap it with your strawberry just to add a little extra fun. And then lastly, we're going to tie some ribbon, or I'm sorry, some twine around this. And we are gonna go all for it and do a bow. So let's tie this. See how fun this 3D card is? You can make a 3D pop-up so easily, and the wow factor for people, they always go, wow, how'd you do that? And you're like, yeah, it took me 6 hours, but it was worth it. You know, you're worth it. So here we go. Isn't that, whoops, let's move that over a little. Isn't that fun? Look at how cute that is. And you can open it and close it, and so much fun. Thank you for joining me for another episode of Stephanie's Stamp Pad, where every week we get together and make a card. So check out the other videos. Thanks so much, and I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.